Friends, welcome to Yadnya Investment Academy. Today we are going to talk about the rule of 72, which is a shortcut to find out how much time will it take to double your investment if you know the annual rate of return on your investment. You simply divide 72 by compound annual interest rate on your investment to get the total number of years required to double your investment. For example, if I get a compound annual interest rate of 8% on my investment, I divide 72 by 8, which gives me a figure of 9, indicating that it will take 9 years for my investment to double if I get a compound annual interest rate of 8% on my investment. The point here to note is that I divide 72 by the percentage figure. That is, the compound annual interest rate that I am getting is 8%. So I divide 72 by 8 and not by 0.08 to get the number of years it will take for my investment to double. Now the rule of 72, as we said, is a shortcut. It is an approximation. But the exact formula which statisticians use to find out the future value of an investment, if you know the compound interest rate offered by an instrument, is this that you see in front of you. Now we are not showing you this formula to complicate things, but this is just for your information. And we would continue using the rule of 72 to find out the number of years it will take for your investment to double if you know the compound interest rate. The formula is A is equals to P into 1 plus a rate of return raised to T, where A is the future value of your investment, P is your principal amount, R is the compound interest rate offered. And here 8% is expressed as 0.08 in the equation, and T is the number of years passed. Now this formula is used to find out the future value of your investment at any given point in time. But we want to find out when would our investment be double. So we substitute A by 2P, that is twice the principal amount. And so the simplified equation now is 2 is equals to 1 plus the compound interest rate raised to T. To remove this exponent, we take the natural log of both sides. And so the equation now is natural log of 2 is equals to natural log of 1 plus compound interest rate into T. So now T is natural log of 2 divided by natural log of 1 plus your compound interest rate. Now going back to the same example where my investment was giving me a compound interest rate of 8%. If I put this value in this equation, I get a value of 9.006, which is the exact duration after which my investment would be double. And my rule of 72 also gave me a value of 9 years, which is almost equal to this exact value. The rule of 72 is a useful shortcut which gives accurate results without the use of logarithmic functions. It is conveniently divisible by 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9 and 12, making calculations even more simpler. The rule can also be used to find out the impact of inflation. The rule tells us the approximate number of years it would take for a sum of money to be half of its value due to inflation. If inflation is at 8%, then the given amount of money would be half its worth in as much as 9 years. As we said, the rule of 72 is an approximation, so it needs some adjustment whenever the interest rate range is out of 6 to 10%. The rule works perfectly for interest rate range of 6 to 10%. You should add or subtract 1 from 72 for every 3 points of interest rate diversion from 8%. For example, if the interest rate is 5%, that is 3% down from 8%, you subtract 1 from 72. Now you get a value of 71 and now divide 71 by 5% and then you would get the number of years required for your investment to double if it is getting a compound interest rate of 5%. Similarly, if the interest rate goes up by 3% from 8, that is it becomes 11, you add 1 to 72. So the value is now 73 and now divide 73 by 11, which would give you the number of years required for your investment to double. If the interest rate is higher by another 3%, that is it is 14%, then you add another 1. You get a value of 74 and you now divide 74 by 14 to get the number of years required to double your investment if you get a compound interest rate of 14% on your investment. For example, if you're getting a compound interest rate or let's say compound return rate on your investment of 22%, using the rule of 72, you would get a value of 3.27 years. But as the return rate that you're getting is out of our range of 6 to 10%, we would have to tweak the rule of 72. For every 3% return that you get above 8%, you would need to add 1 to 72. So the difference between 22 and 8 is 14. You divide 14 by 3, you get a value of 4.67. You approximate it to 5 and now you add 5 to 72 where you get a value of 77. Now divide 77 by 22 and you would get a value of 3.5 years. If you were to use the logarithmic equation explained earlier in the video for this particular example, you would get an answer of 3.49 years, which is almost equal to the answer that we have got by tweaking the rule of 72. So this example shows how tweaking the rule of 72 can give us accurate results. So friends, this is all on the rule of 72. Hope the video has been useful. Thanks for watching this one. Watch this space for more such topics. Before we end, we want to let you know that Yadnya Investment Academy has come up with its first book, which is a collection of 108 questions and answers on mutual funds and SIP. The book is available on Amazon, Flipkart, etc. and the link to buy the same is mentioned in the description of this video. So see you in another video. Until then, happy investing.